Do we get a SharkCast exclusive and know the title of the album?
That.
It's Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019.
It sounds very depressed.
This is SharkCast.
Where's the fucking energy?
January again.
It's January 23rd.
Still
this
fucking
is SharkCast.
January.
I fucking hate my life.
Today's episode is brought to you by Newport Cigarettes. Newports. All right.
I like to call them noops.
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 Newports. Good. It reminds me of this one time I had one.
Just a second ago.
Yeah, just a minute ago.
We're in studio with Karen from the fucking rockin' Lucid Furs and KO Prince.
KO Prince, she is a Karen of many trades. Well, I guess just two.
Yeah.
But it's more trades than I have.
Well,
So Karen,
As of now.
Karen, you've been a very busy bee as of late, correct?
Yeah, as of a while.
Yeah. Well, they say when you stop moving is when you die.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my grandpa.
okay.
I don't know if they say that. That's what my grandpa says.
well, what's new with Karen?
Well,
Because we talked to you before.
When were
It's
you
been a while.
last-
You got some
Yeah.
new equipment, I hear.
yes, I recently bought some new equipment. I'm getting prepared because I've always run the business kind of solo with a little help here and there. So I'm bought new equipment and upgraded my setup so I can train someone to work with me. And
By the way, she prints shirts and hats and stickers and all this
yeah,
cool fucking
Yeah.
do a lot of band merch.
Yes. Do you do anything other than like band stuff? Do you do like baseball jerseys or something?
You know, I've always kind of stayed away from schools and
Yeah.
sports. So it's
Yeah.
not. I've done it for other companies I've worked for in the past, but
Yeah.
no, I don't really do sports stuff. I'm not into slapping numbers on stuff. And,
Yeah.
and when I have done jerseys, I'm always like kind of thrown off by some kids like nicknames that they have.
Oh,
Sure.
Like,
so you're doing like Pollard Park,
yeah.
like fucking recreational baseball,
you know,
where they
I
put your
don't-
nickname on your back.
Yeah, some of the nicknames are a little weird.
What kind of nicknames did come to mind?
You know, the last round of jerseys I did, which was like a couple years ago, some of the kids had like nicknames that I couldn't pronounce, or like they put numbers in there, like
Like robot names?
and then you have to like kind of spell check for people.
Yeah.
And when you have something that doesn't make any sense to you, and then you have to ask, like, is this right? And they're like, yeah.
Of
And I'm
course,
like, what
this is
does it
right.
say?
Was it Skater
That's what I
Boy
wanna
with an
ask.
8? Skater Boy 1, 2, 3 with an 8.
I knew it was like GZNR. I'm like, what is that?
So what's your new equipment about? What
I
can
just-
you do now that you can't do, or does it just better quality?
It's more so just I bought more, and I had a bigger, older equipment, and I bought some nicer, newer,
Nice.
more consolidated equipment so I can fit more people in where I'm working mostly.
Nice.
I just bought a new conveyor dryer the other day during the snowstorm. I drove to Fenwick, Michigan, just like about an hour north of Lansing.
Why was there one of those things in Fenwick?
Some guy in his barn was printing, and he had a nice little dryer that that was going to fit perfect in my shop. And I didn't want him to sell it to someone
Yes.
else, so I was like, well, weather be damned, I'm going up there. So
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So you're making hats now, which
That's kinda sweet.
Tempted.
yeah, I've done hats in the past, but mostly like I've sent them for embroidery,
Yeah.
and embroidery can be pretty pricey. I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
just even one single color can be, it's a lot of work to set it up, make the map. So I figured it'd be a nice thing to offer because I see people with hats doing small quantities embroidery is very expensive.
I bet.
So you're like, fuck it, not even worth it.
Yeah. Well, I'll send off jobs to others to do embroidery. I don't do any embroidery myself. I don't want to mess with the thread.
You don't want to fuck with that shit.
Yeah. I'm already putting enough strain on my eyes.
Those hats are badass.
Sure.
Just the printed.
Yeah. No.
Like that's what. I guess this is embroidered. What is mine like? Oh, I don't have a logo.
What's on my hat?
That's
bulldog.
embroidered. Yeah.
It's embroidered.
Yep, fish this bad boy out of Matt King's garage.
I know.
It's done me some
I remember
justice.
when you got that. You came into work and you were stoked.
It's a
What
nice
does
hat.
it say?
I don't know what kind of hat it is. It's a union hat of some
Just
sort.
throw out any old hat.
It says, we mean business, local 614. Have no idea what union it's for. Could be the dog union.
Wait, what does it say?
They mean
We mean
business.
business.
I like the little,
business.
the beefy little bulldog with the
Could be the
bowler
bulldog
hat.
union.
He's cute.
Your local bulldogs. Your local bulldog union.
Or
Yeah.
it could be racist.
Yeah,
Jeff.
it could be. My new haircut's pretty racist, so.
And your juggalo tattoos.
And my juggalo tattoos, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I've known you for this long. I've never known that you had. Let me see.
And his just.
That's
That's
Batman.
a Batman tattoo.
Well, he's got Harley Quinn. That's why I just tease him, even though I'm a fan of Harley Quinn.
Well, where's the Juggalo
He's-
tattoo?
He's told me that
I
these are
love the
considered Juggalo
outrageously
tattoos.
huge gun in her hand.
It's perfect.
It's bigger than her head.
She used to have that. She no longer carries it any longer.
Did you bring the picture of exactly what you wanted?
Nope, I just told the dude what I wanted, and I let him do his thing.
I think he did a good job.
Yeah,
I did
that's a good
too.
one.
I think he did a
Agreed.
great job. I was just like, just make her look sexy. And he was like super into the tattoo, which I was like, I found the right dude.
Nice.
And I
Sweet.
was like, just make her look sexy. And he's like, and intimidating because she's a villain. And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, that was a good idea. Why didn't I say that? And I was like, yeah, that. And he's like, anything else? And I was like, a huge gun, a huge revolver. And he's like, okay.
Nice.
Anything else? And I was like, big tits. And he's like, well, duh.
You don't like Harley Quinn over sexualized, though. We've talked about this many times.
I'm paying for it.
You say,
just
except for
teasing
on
you.
my arm. You guys don't over sexualize her though. She's
It's my
mine.
phone.
Yeah, fair.
Dang it. I think my phone. No, it's right here.
What do you need that for?
Because I have some notes.
Oh,
He's texting people.
He's
I got
Yeah.
a text.
in the middle. He needs
Rude.
to check his.
You know what I've been watching, guys?
What's that?
I've been watching, I feel like you've probably heard about it, Tidying Up on Netflix. No?
oh yeah.
Nah.
It's you haven't heard about this?
Nah, dude.
So it's just this Asian woman,
Racist. But go on.
and and she teaches you how to tidy up.
I don't want to watch that.
No, it's kind of entertaining, to be
I
honest
have
with
been
you.
watching a lot of people on my feed. Like
It's
I threw
kind-
out 90% of the stuff that I own. I'm
Yes.
like, okay.
I do need to throw away some of my shit though. How many? Like I have so much clothes that I don't fucking wear.
Yeah.
That are just sitting there for no reason.
I actually just
I
did
need
that.
to just fucking toss them.
I've got a tremendous amount of white T-shirts that I never touch.
White T-shirts?
Yeah.
I'll take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
feel
use
like
them as
sweaty
rags
pits.
and
Oh yeah.
Slightly
test
worn.
prints.
There you
Don't
go.
you have a lot of clothes, or is it just me?
No, I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of dress clothes that I don't touch anymore because I don't have to wear them anymore.
Or
which is
stuff that like doesn't fit you, and you're like, oh, this will fit me.
No, I don't have anything that doesn't fit me because I haven't like grown. in 10 years.
I don't have a lot of anything besides comic books, really.
Really?
Oh,
Well, maybe you
I
can
know
learn
you've
how to
got a
store them.
Ridiculous amount of
Yeah, maybe you can learn how to store them from Maria. Of what?
condo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Karen
Damn,
knows.
Karen's
I
like,
knew she was
Karen
gonna
like,
know.
is like in
I
the
knew.
know of this.
I knew she was going to
Maria
know.
Kondo. Jeez
But-
Louise, no.
When I'm watching it, something weird happens every episode.
Do you do the dishes?
I mean, you do the dishes. She teaches you how to like store stuff, and like
Wait a minute.
What like
I'm
her
sorry.
whole thing is what sparks joy. So when you grab it, what sparks like some sort of emotion where like I want this because I have some dumb shit that like it just sits in the fucking I have a mannequin head that Becky gave me,
Which
and
we've
it's just
made-
like I just need to throw that thing out.
We've made use of that shit, scaring
I'll
people
take
before.
that too. You know, I might be a hoarder. I'm not really sure. I do. I tend to save stuff because I'll be like, I need
You
something
need this.
random, and yeah.
As soon
but
as you
do
get into
you,
the
is
idea
the
that you want to
thing.
be like a collector of anything, like the hoarder mentality, like just
So
clicks in.
her thing is what sparks joy. So she like that's like the main message. Like, so she'll have you every episode. She'll have you take your clothes first, and you take your clothes and you pile them all into a one big pile, so you can physically see how much you have, and you go through it one by one and be like, I don't fucking wear this
I
shit.
ain't got
Why
fucking
do I
time
have
for that shit. That would take me forever.
Yeah, but it would be so nice to just clear everything out. I have in all my drawers, I have a drawer just filled with fucking papers that are like, I just need to throw half of these papers out.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
you
I'm
know
on
what I
board
mean?
with.
That I
and,
agree.
And I have a junk drawers that are just like filled with like a mess of shit, and I
See-
don't even know what it is. And it's just like, I don't know.
I do have a junk drawer, but I also have a junk room in the basement that is a bunch of boxes.
Score.
See,
that-
junk
See, I
room
have
sounds like
Hoardery.
like a
Hoarder,
little hoarder,
yeah, but it's all the stuff
I've
that
got the junk room
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the junk barn.
Well,
and
then
the
there's our-
and the
yeah.
junk garage. and the,
where does it end?
And the junk living room.
right, and I got a couple
Right.
storage units downtown.
No big deal. Yeah, you're
But,
right.
okay, so another weird thing that she does when she comes in that I've noticed is when she comes and meets the people, it's so fake. It's like, when they walk in the door and they're just like, oh my gosh. Like,
I had
it's
no
just like,
idea
oh,
you were coming.
As
No,
if
it's not like
as if
they-
they knew who she was before the
No,
Netflix
not
special
really.
came out.
Not really. Just the way that she greets people. It's just like, this is fucking, like, why do we have to see this every single
So
fucking time?
she's fake, but her message is real.
Well, she's like, she doesn't speak that good of English. She has a translator with her.
Racist. Go on.
How's that racist?
How's that not racist?
And you know what else she does? That's weird. Is there's a moment in the episode where
Speaks Japanese?
She kneels and speaks Japanese.
No, I called it.
No, I'm kidding. She,
I was like, no way, dude. This show's totally racist.
she kneels. She's like, excuse me, I'm gonna do this thing, and she kneels and she greets the house, and it plays this really dramatic music, and she's kneeling and she's like, and it's like quiet, and it's like this real dramatic music, and it's like, this is fucking weird.
Every episode?
Yes.
Totally weird.
It's
Yes.
just like any
And it's
reality
like-
show where they
It's
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like a main, like it like happens for too long on every episode, and it's like, okay,
It's like they got done filming. They're like, all these episodes are like 3
Well,
minutes
apparently
short.
she does.
so-
Yeah, she apparently
We
she
need
does
some
this
sort of
every
thing
time.
that you do.
yeah, what can we have you do? I'll
what
greet
kind
the
of
house.
weird
Yeah.
The
stuff
producers
do
are
you
like,
guys?
what weird Asian quirks do you have?
I greet houses.
Oh, none? Because that's totally not a realistic thing that someone would do.
So it's just like any. Is it just like any reality show where like they have to have like some sort of drama, even though there isn't a drama?
No,
so
there's
it'd be
no like drama really.
They're like
Well,
freaking out, like we have to do this or everything's gonna fall apart. And then they go to commercial and they come back from commercial and, they're
And
like,
it's fine.
Actually, everything's fine. Yeah.
So it's,
Nothing fell apart
the
at all.
drama
Didn't even come
is
close. It was cool.
the drama is like she'll go into different people's houses, like a house where they just have a shit ton of like kids and there's just toys everywhere. Or there's one episode.
She's like, have you tried getting rid of some of your kids?
Does this
store
kid
him
spark
away. in a
joy?
box. Yes.
No, you know that's my least favorite kid. Get
There's
him
one
out of here.
episode where the one woman,
hilarious.
her husband had just died, and she's like, she's weird about like giving, like, do you give away his clothes? Like, I gotta get these.
Right.
Her husband had died like 9 months prior. I don't know. It was kind of fucking.
No, I get it. I get it. I see
It's
the
like I
appeal.
feel like I learned some stuff from it. It's
Okay.
also a girl show.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, super cute. Like she's just like, ah, like I said, like when they greet each other and stuff. But I watched it and I enjoyed it.
Did you watch the whole season?
I don't think I watched the whole season,
Nah.
but I probably will.
Well, that's nothing. There's that cool toy show that I like so much. That's on Netflix still.
The hoarding show.
No. So I told you guys, it's the
How toys are made or something?
toys that made us.
Yeah. I've seen it. I haven't actually
Seen a
watched it,
little
but
bit of
I've passed it a couple times.
Yeah. Oh boy,
Yeah?
good stuff.
Some of the toys that made me, maybe?
That's the thing, is they're like kind of toys that are a little bit before our time. Like just barely, but still.
All right.
Like
It's like American Pickers for nerds.
no, it's a documentary series on the history of these toys and how they came about.
Okay.
Well, I could imagine that not every toy has like such an interesting. I guess it has nothing to do with like the type of show that you're watching. You're like watching more reality based, like more documentary based.
This is kind of so. What's funny about this show is she barely shows up. I feel like it's like she's gonna help you like do this shit, and then she just shows up and just teaches you. Like she just tells you to put your shit in a pile and then go through it. And what sparks joy, and then she dips. I feel like, and they're like, "You helped me," and then she comes like,
Yeah, we came in,
2
had you
weeks
pull
later.
all your shit out of your closet, and then
Make
we
you put
told
it away
you,
again.
Yeah.
Well,
Then we told you to throw half of it
Yeah.
out and then put it away.
see, the thing about taking it all out, though, it does force you to go through it one by one,
Right.
which is a
Actually, I've never seen this show, but I had to really clean my fucking bedroom big time. Because, like, you know, like rifle season and all that shit, and then Christmas, and then you're like, fuck, dude, no time. And I spend so much goddamn time in my bedroom. So when it's like really messy like that, I'm like, oh, I hate this.
yeah.
It's unenjoyable. And I've had these laundry baskets there. And I'm like, I know, I got to get rid of some of those clothes. And I did. I walked them right up to the thing where you throw the clothes in there.
Yeah.
I get
Felt
rid of
Right.
clothes a lot.
So they could wash them and resell them to somebody else.
Yeah, maybe.
Out of my hair. I don't fucking care.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And so I
I'm
was
not
like,
going to sell
It's
them.
good. There's some
So I did-
I ain't going to
No.
fucking sell them.
so I
I
did.
don't have time.
I did all that so I
Put
could
out coupons and shit.
so I could fold these laundry baskets, and I felt so accomplished that I actually got rid of these clothes.
Dude, I'm so bad at folding, though.
Laundry baskets are still sitting there unfolded.
I'm so bad at folding. I have a ton of hangers where I just like hang it up because
So
to just avoid it altogether.
I make myself pull my clothes away, and I make myself do it at the very end of the night right before I go to bed by taking the laundry basket,
Putting it
and
on your bed.
dumping it on my bed.
Okay, see, that's
And-
kind of the same idea.
See, Karen, I would just shove them right back in the laundry basket. See you later, motherfuckers.
No, I'm like, all right, this has to happen, otherwise they end up on the floor.
So, you're gonna like this story.
Oh yeah,
The
we'll see.
T-shirt,
Yeah, I know.
the T-shirt you got me for
I'll be
my
the judge
birthday,
of that.
Yeah.
wore on my first day of work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and someone was like,
Which is like such a Jeff.
I didn't
weird
think
move.
anything about it. And someone was like, hey, man, what's on your T-shirt? And I was like, what T-shirt? Oh, it just says
What did it
something
say?
about sacrificing all the virgins.
It's
Believe in
it's a
something.
spoof off of the Colin Kaepernick,
Thing.
ad, the Nike ad, and it's.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Oh God, how does it go? It's
See,
I've already
Sacrifice.
forgotten.
Believe in
Yeah.
something, even if it means sacrificing
every
virgin.
virgin.
Yeah, that was
So that's
probably
what I
a bad
wore.
choice on the first day of work.
That's a fucking
That's
hilarious
good.
shirt.
I'm really glad you wore that to work. I
Oh, I
hope
totally
everybody
did.
who got one of those wore them to work. I only made 26 of those. I didn't make any more. I'm not making any more.
Limited
And I like the
edition.
idea of just making like I come up with something goofy and
Yeah.
throw it online, and if people like it, I print off a few, and you can get them while you can get them.
Yeah.
I don't.
know?
I think that's a double-edged sword with that one because, like, even if you're not like keen on the Kaepernick thing, I'm sorry,
Kaepernick?
dude, racist,
No.
dude. It's still like
You're
It's
being
not
racist.
burping the microphone.
It's a
all the
cool-
time. That's how I'm struggling.
Oh,
with
they
that.
do.
I always do.
They
and,
do.
And it's
I'm pretty good
a
about
bad
it.
habit.
So you think?
Pretty good about it actually. I'm one of the main listeners of this show. I wouldn't know. I just think it's a cool shirt. It's almost timeless because, why not sacrifice some virgins?
Yeah.
It's
worth believing in.
Well, this one guy, it's cool because this one dude, how I always talk about, finding your flock, your herd, so to speak. This one dude, I wore that shirt in.
I don't feel like I've ever heard you talk about that.
Listen to the show. Well, this one dude comes out of nowhere and he's like, dude, he said something about some pagan religion. And I was like, nah, dude, but I know what you're talking about. And he's like, I have the second largest horror movie collection in Michigan. And I was like, go on. And I wanted to be like, this whole time he's telling me about it and he's so geeked. And I wanted to be like, how do you know? Did someone measure it? Because he said another dude is number one. So I figured if you're going to lie about it, you'd go for one, right? But no, the smart move would be is I'm number 2 in the state.
Because no one's going to be interested enough to disprove you. But at the same time, interested enough to talk to you about it.
How do you, is there a meeting or something where they all compare?
Some sort of council?
It could be the hot dog council again.
Oh, yeah, the what the fuck was that called?
Look at all this fucking
the hot
shit.
dog council of the world or something.
I was like, yeah, dude, I
real.
used to like buying horror movies, but I just watch them on Netflix now. And he's like, you should see my VHSs. I was like, dude, I don't even fucking have it.
When's the last time you bought a DVD?
Oh, last time I bought a DVD. I buy DVDs all the time, dude.
Does a Blu-ray count?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought one this
Buy 'em?
Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, well, it was a gift for Tanya, but it's in my house now, so.
I just got to wait for the certain superhero movie to come out
I
and I
just
buy
don't
it.
watch movies multiple times
Danny,
all the time.
you and I have had this conversation. It's not about me watching it. I want to collect it.
Yeah, that's a different mindset.
Hoard it, you mean?
I already said it's the same.
Let's be
Maria?
honest with ourselves. Does it spark joy?
He's like, this sparks joy. What doesn't spark joy that you have a bunch of?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, I like all my stuff. And you know what? If she came to my house, she would be like, does this pile of scrap wood spark joy? And I'd be like, it will when I don't have to go to Home Depot one day because I
Exactly.
have some wood right here that I don't have to go buy more.
Afraid of that, bitch.
Yeah, but it's also going to be taking up space.
I don't care.
For years.
So what?
I actually just moved into a bigger house, so I have
Yeah,
more place to put my shit.
Actually, I wanted to talk about that. I seen that you did that and you were asking for volunteers on Facebook. And it was one of those things where I was like, I kind of want to help Dan and Karen move. Because, it's like moving.
But you kind of didn't want to help us move, which is why you didn't show up.
Now, hold on.
That's what
But I was immediately like,
You're-
can't,
alright,
gotta work.
Good intentions noted, Jeff.
Gotta work.
That's a hollow.
But if,
God, I got called into work. Oh, man, I almost had to.
well,
I would have helped.
in retrospect, I would have rather gone and helped you guys. So that would have at least been fun. Works
We
out
would
really
have fed
fun.
you and gave you beer and
Yeah, didn't get any beer at work.
yeah.
I mean-
See? Well, next year or the year after, or
As soon as
hopefully
this lease is up.
something.
Nope.
What have you been watching, Karen? Do you watch shit?
You know, I don't watch a lot of TV. When I do, I'll watch Star Trek on Netflix.
Okay.
That's
It's cool.
kind of the only thing. Before I go to bed, I'll throw on some
Star
an
Trek?
episode.
What do you, what's your poison when it comes to Star Trek?
Well, I really like Deep Space Nine. I
Okay.
didn't think I would, and I
hear
avoided
that
it for
often.
years.
I
And
hear
I
that
watched the
often.
first 2 episodes years ago, and I was like, eh.
Here's the thing.
I
is,
just
I don't
Cisco
know
wasn't
anything
anything
about
like
Star Trek.
Picard. I'm
I'm
like,
pissing.
nah.
Here's the thing is, I hear people in the nerd community, Star Trek's a thing, and I never really got into it. I watched a few episodes here and there, but I think to myself, regular basis, I need this in my life. So I'll go and you talk to different Trekkies. Where do I start? They'll all give you a completely different answer.
Yeah.
Some will be like Next Generation. Okay, I'm going with that one. The other ones will be like, fuck that. Start right from the beginning. Okay. And then others will be like, you don't need none of that shit. Start right fucking Deep Space Nine. Okay.
No, you can't start with Deep Space Nine because you won't know what's going on because Deep Space Nine.
I tried asking
Star
Dan.
Trek,
I tried asking Dan, and you know what he
politics.
told me? Yes. Just watch it. And I was like, and he's like,
that's
dude.
pretty good too, actually. I mean, if you're not, if you just want to get into something, I would just start with Next Gen, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the older episodes. I'm a big Spock fan.
The people that like him love him. You're not going to change it.
Yeah.
And I even hear people talking about this new one, but it's on that new friggin' streaming service. And
yeah, that did kind of bum me off. I watched the new movies; they were pretty good.
they weren't bad. I watched those.
The guy that played
those.
Kirk was really good. The guy that played Spock, though, kind of pissed me off.
Why is that?
Because he was very emotional, and that's not the way it's supposed to be, which is probably the screenwriter's issue.
Right.
Of making him all emotional and
Don't
shit.
make excuses
Don't
for
make
these poor,
Spock emotional.
Thanos had feelings. What?
You liked that. That was your favorite movie of 2018.
I did, but I can still have my qualms with it.
Fair.
I didn't like fucking how Thanos was like, oh, I did this for a reason. Like, that's not how Thanos rolls. He just did it because he likes death.
Isn't
Still-
his girlfriend Death?
Yeah, well, not in the movies.
Yeah, she doesn't even exist.
Yet. She may show up.
Fair.
That would be fresh. Then I will take back what I just said.
How'd you like? Did you watch Solo?
I did. I had just watched.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
I saw it in theaters,
How is
and
it?
I don't want to spoil it.
Well,
Yeah.
But it was pretty
thumbs up
good.
or
It's on
thumbs down?
Netflix
But
too, by the way.
huh?
It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
Oh, okay.
I haven't
As
I
of
haven't
recently.
rewatched it yet, but I did like it when I watched it the
It's
first
good.
time.
It
I
was
thought it was
fun.
really good. I still love Harrison Ford. He's probably the best Han Solo that there will ever be. But
Yeah.
it was good. It was well written. It was funny.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Someone
Yes.
did a deep fake video with Harrison Ford as Han Solo through like some cantina scene from the new movie, similar cantina scene or something.
Wait, what did they do?
They did a deep fake where they took Harrison Ford's face and put it on the actor's face, and it looked like Harrison Ford was there doing the scene.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
guys-
they call that, a deep fake. Like
Yeah, you guys haven't heard
they
about
got
this at all?
too deep into it to where it almost didn't look like it was
No,
fake.
deep fakes are actually becoming a problem because people are deep faking either political messages,
Deep fake and fake news, huh?
yeah, or they're deep faking
fake
porn.
news? Ooh, really?
There's
Yes, and
with like celebrities and shit.
yeah, and so
Hold
there's-
on, wait a minute. They're deep faking porn, huh?
yeah.
Really? Go
Well,
on.
how do they get the facial expressions to
Honestly,
From movies for so long.
Yeah, all the
Seriously.
photos, all the images, you can
They have that
skew
thing.
them. The technology
There's
is there.
a
It's
Radio
ridiculous.
Lab podcast episode where they talk about this thing that
I heard about
that if they hold up there's like if you have like 2 hours of somebody talking,
Yeah, dude.
you can make them say anything.
it's
and
not
it sound
it's
right.
not Photoshop, it's voice shop.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Legit fake
right?
news. That's when now that we got down voice
Shit.
shopping, that's when everything's done. You can't believe shit. People's
Yeah,
we're
you know
gonna be
what? You
fucking-
might as well
just
just
fucking
stop
don't know.
believing anything.
Yeah, right. Just
we-
hold on.
half of
Just
the
hold
I
on.
don't
shit.
know if I'm going to take anything seriously ever again, knowing that.
I haven't really taken
maybe that's
anything.
real. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
To be completely
I didn't see it
honest,
with my own eyes. So.
I haven't really taken anything seriously in like the past year, and it's going great. To be completely honest, I mean, just the shit you hear, like whatever. Like,
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about this really quick?
No.
Yeah, we're going to though. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Did you see that Native American kid or
The kid with the Native American guy.
and then the kid with the "Make America Great Again"?
yeah,
hat?
with that fucking face.
He's okay. He's a 16-year-old kid. Why are we making such a big like? When I was a 16-year-old kid, I was a fucking dick. Like I would do something dumb to try to make my friends laugh and be like, stare at this guy or whatever, and then it's this huge thing. Like is that all that happened?
From my understanding, yeah.
Is that all
Well,
that
there
happened?
was
A 16-year-old kid.
another article that came out from the kid's perspective that said that he was being taunted by the Native American
Which I
man.
saw that video, and then I also saw another video of those kids taunting like these girls walking by. But it's just like, why is this such a huge news story?
Yeah.
why is this such a
16-year-old kids being shitty.
Yeah,
happens
and this
every day.
16-year-old kid is like, we're trying to like paint him as the face of
Yeah.
the Republicans
What
and
happened?
vice versa. Like,
Why
What?
why aren't there videos of the little shit that threw a firecracker into my car last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, right.
It's just
Why
like,
isn't
why?
he on
Why
blast
is this
all
a
over the
huge
internet?
story?
Were you in
though?
the
I don't
car when that
understand.
happened?
That happened.
Were you in the car when?
Yeah.
What?
I had the windows down. It was summer, and I went to get my car.
That's scary.
And I was outside of my friend's house, Hamtramck, and these kids rolled by on their bike and fucking lit up a firecracker, threw it right in my window.
What?
Boom! It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it scared the piss out of me.
I like to think that you were having such a good day, and you're like, "This is such a great day.
Yeah,
It's a
I was
nice,
about to
relaxing
start-
day."
But you know what? He's just a kid doing dumb shit.
Exactly.
I did some
Why-
dumb shit as a kid.
Do you remember being 16?
Yeah, was an idiot.
You're right. I would
that
do
bitch.
stuff just to make my friends laugh and be like a shitty, like, I was just trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be mean or hurtful to anybody.
Yeah.
But I was like, the things that I was doing probably I wouldn't do now.
Right.
But I was a
Right.
16-year-old
Right.
fucking kid.
Without
just like,
a care in the world.
without
so
a
you couldn't
care in the world. Yes,
understand
exactly. So
the
why is
cares
this a
that other
fucking
people had
news-
like ruining their day? Why would that ruin your day?
Yeah.
Dude,
right.
oh,
And
just
why
take a
is
joke.
it ruining these people's days
Because they
about this
allow it,
kid?
dude. That's why they
Yes.
allow it. And also, they're chomping at the bits for it, man. They want to be upset about something.
I know.
They
It's
want to like
fucking
text their
sad.
friends and be like, "Did you see this?"
Can you see this fucking
I'll put
kid
it on
with a
Facebook.
smirk
Did
on
you
his
see
face?
this?
Dude.
You know,
And it's like the Native American dude is staring right back at him.
Right.
And it's just like, of course he's just going to try to be funny in front of all of his fucking boys, you know?
because he's 16.
It's
and that's what
16-year-old kid. It's just a
boys do.
silly fucking story
Right.
that's like so ridiculous and blown up. It's crazy.
What bothers me about it is not only that they're kids, it's like how much attention we give people who purposely try
Yeah.
to get under our skin.
Yes.
Isn't that
Like
called,
what?
isn't that
You're
called feeding the trolls?
Yes, you're reinforcing that. If you just ignored that kid,
Yes.
I mean, that looked
If we
like that
didn't-
was what that Native American man was doing, was just
Ignoring
ignoring
him.
that fucking kid.
Yeah.
All right, you want to be a little shit? I don't care. I'm still gonna keep hitting my fucking drum.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Whatever. Get in
Yeah.
my face. I
Ah,
don't give a
good
shit.
point,
And
Karen.
they
You know?
and they approach.
Good point.
There is a video of the Native American guy approaching them, so it's not like they like ran up into his face. They might have been harassing, but they're fucking just dumb kids who
Right,
are like
why- and
Trump
why-
make America great again. Fucking build the wall.
Why
because they're
validate that bad
fucking-
behavior by reacting to it?
Yeah,
Right.
You know?
It's just like
Right.
walk away and like I don't know. It's just a silly
I can't
story to fucking make a big fucking deal about.
I can't even imagine what it'd be like being a kid right now and trying to understand the world. And you're like,
Yes.
Donald Trump's president. You're like, so wait, is this normal? What is how do things actually work?
No, you could. Is you just have to. You would do just the same things you did. I mean,
I'm
things
just
would be
saying
a little
it's
bit differently.
It's an interesting
And
political
that's the-
climate to grow up in.
That's the
Like it was our
age.
generation that
Did
first.
you do all kinds of shit to get attention when you were 16?
It was our generation
Yeah.
that first learned how to abuse social media. Thank you, MySpace.
Yeah. That was Facebook with training wheels.
I
Yeah,
hate it.
it was.
And it's so
At
funny.
least we got like a little bit of a bumper bowling kind of experience
right.
with social media.
You got old Tom there.
Yeah.
He's like, at least I got one friend. All right,
I
this is cool.
hated MySpace.
Yeah.
So-
I hated going to someone's page and their shitty music started playing. I was like,
yes.
fuck, I hate you can't get to the pause
Or all
button fast
the
enough.
like sparkly
Backgrounds.
or the little
But-
what do you call those?
but
There's,
also
like
it
the
was-
cherries. And
Oh,
they're just like
oh, yeah,
all
yeah,
over.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just like
Can't even read the words on the fucking page.
But also, it was cool to customize when you were doing your own.
that is cool. That's
When
how
you
I
were
learned
doing your
HTML
own,
was
you're like-
MySpace. That was my
I
intro
learned
to
HTML years later. I'm like, that's how everyone was updating their MySpace pages. I didn't know. I had no fucking clue. I'm like, how does everyone customize this shit? And I learned HTML like 7 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, this makes so much sense.
And you're like, it's too late though.
I know. I was like, too late. I want to go back. I want to go check out my live journal.
I
and
can
my-
only go back and update my MySpace page and make Tom my only friend in my top 8.
In my top 8. Jesus Christ. The MySpace cafes where people were doing music. There was one or two of them in this area, weren't there?
Come sit on MySpace and we'll play music and you can ignore us.
Yeah, right.
That's good. I remember Tiger Army did a secret show at MySpace Cafe, and I was like, where the fuck is the MySpace Cafe? I'll go to that.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was. Guess it was a secret.
Yeah.
I hear about it, but I don't think I ever went there. If it's only one, or it could be many, I don't even know.
I think there was
It
several.
sounds kind of whack in retrospect. Like, you wouldn't go to, like, a Facebook lounge. You wouldn't do that. A Twitter cafe. You just wouldn't.
Well,
There's internet cafes used to be a thing.
Phones, like
No,
on
phones weren't a thing.
Facebook.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess you got a phone.
You can just do it anywhere now.
Right.
At
This
the
is like a
time,
MySpace
you were
cafe.
like, fucking,
Dude, they got computers. You can just go on MySpace all day. It's cool.
it's cool with us.
Wait till you hear my new song. This is by this band.
Are you listening?
Oh, jeez.
About to drop my next album on MySpace.
People have asked us about like doing like a live feed from our shows, like where you just log online, you can watch the whole show from your desk. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You might come see my band.
You come
Get
up.
off your ass and come to the bar.
Yeah, right. Get a drink, have some fun, be
Have some
social.
fun. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Are you
You
weird-
can come to the show, or you can just sit at home. It'd be
Yes.
easier if you just sat at home and free.
What, you just watching this band? I love these guys. That's so whack. I mean, it's one thing if you're like watching.
Oh yeah, I get it
it's
if you're
shitty
like
quality.
if you have like health issues. If you have a health issue and you ever want to watch a Lucid First show,
Yes.
you let me know and I will stream it directly to you.
Yeah.
I will not stream it
I
to
will
anybody.
film
to
it and
everyone,
send it to
though.
you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now, Karen, send us some like if they got the sniffles, you gonna allow that?
No,
like,
you need a doctor's note. I need a doctor's note held
Son
up
of
to your
a
fucking
bitch.
camera.
Yes.
Says, hey, I'm real sick. Can't come to the show. Really want to come to the show? And then I'll be like, all right, buddy.
Stream it just for you.
I'll prop my iPhone up, and you can
Watch.
watch.
Yes.
But just you. Don't be having any of your friends over.
don't
You're
be
sick.
sharing this shit.
You
You share this shit. I swear to God.
Not that it's that exclusive anyway.
No, is that-
But it's just I don't know. I don't like seeing the way of the world going towards everybody sitting at home.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Get out and go hang out. I'm like
Just
the
go,
worst
yeah.
at it
That
too.
being said, I think our music is too exclusive and that not enough people know about it. So having it online for streaming purposes wouldn't necessarily
That's streaming,
but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
if we
know.
were doing it all the time, if
Then-
we were like doing all of our
I'd be
shows,
curious to
If it
see.
made it
then
like an
nobody's going to want to go to our show.
I don't have to go to
Yeah.
you guys' show. It's online. I'll
seen
just
it a
watch
bunch of
online.
Yeah,
times.
but people, I mean, I fucking have a Led Zeppelin DVD. I'll watch that
Okay,
shit.
that's-
But if
okay,
they were
that's-
to
Yeah,
come
but a
through
Led
and actually
Zeppelin
play,
DVD
yeah.
and a phone recording of
I was
us
just
playing
about to
with
say,
terrible
like-
quality.
I was just about to
is
say,
not the
like,
same.
I have a Ramones DVD that's like Ramones Live, and it's from somewhere, but it's like at a cool place, and it's like the Ramones. Not saying that you guys aren't as good as the Ramones, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No, I get that.
I'm not going to get my chance to go see the Ramones ever.
You're right.
So I enjoy that live footage.
Of course. That is notably different.
And there's
You're right.
totally footage of us playing. It's just
Yes.
not live. And we'll do live like we're
Sure.
jamming.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody can show up, but
Right.
I don't know about streaming a whole show.
and if you want
like-
to find Lucid First music, you can find Lucid First music.
yeah.
Do you
But
guys do like Facebook live streams of just like rehearsal and shit, or?
Yeah, we'll do like a jam, or every once in a while we reveal a new song. We won't even realize that somebody just propped their phone up. We're like, "Oh, it was a new one. We weren't ready."
Dude, I feel that Dan's always doing his warm-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel, I don't know what he's doing. That's what I feel he's doing is his warm-ups. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah. I honestly I always kick myself. I'm like, I need to be more adamant about social media. Like, I need to share more. I need to
Yeah.
post
I
more. I
hate
need
it,
to.
though.
No.
It's a constant discussion we're always having.
I'm always working so much at doing shit that I forget. Like, I used to be just like in my phone, like all the time.
Yeah,
I don't like to be in
And
my
I was-
phone is the thing.
I don't either. I have a lot of shit to do, but it's important to like let people know what you're doing.
Agreed.
You know,
Sure, no, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making progress. I'm moving forward. I'm gonna share some of it with you, but there's nothing that compares to going to a show and seeing the people around you. And I especially feel this for like musicians. And I see so many musicians, and people might think that it's not obvious when you only go to your own shows, but it is. You need to go to other people's shows. And it's a whole different experience of being at a bar and watching another band, maybe bands you don't even know, meeting brand new people and going out and being present and being part of the scene is like super powerful.
Yeah.
And
Networking.
and the more people see you around, the more people think about your band. You don't even need to play that often.
Yeah.
If you go out and you're seen, people will know who you are and know your band. And just going out and experiencing something. And there's always like an awkward thing for me when I get off stage. Like sometimes I do get like bombarded by people, and I'm like, ooh. So it's nice to go to a show that I'm not playing and like just like hang out and talk to people. And it's different. Like it's a whole different vibe than playing my own show.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's important. Go out.
I
Be part of the scene. Be
There's
the reason.
cool bands around here too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a really solid music scene going.
Well,
right now.
I mean,
yeah.
there's something for everyone here.
Super jamming bands all over the city.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Present company included. You know, let's like
Yeah.
come out and
So
Just come out and see some shows.
Yeah,
Why the
definitely.
fuck not?
We need to put a show together with you guys. I think that'd be
Yeah.
so
I'd
much
love
fun to
to.
play with you guys.
Yes.
We got to figure that life out and live it. But
We're doing that.
you do the music festival. I
Yeah.
saw
We're
that
doing-
earlier.
Yeah, we're doing Hamtramck Music Festival. We're also playing.
Saturday. By the time you've heard
Yeah,
this,
Saturday.
it'll already be done.
happened, but Hate Less. What's the Aaron?
Hate Less
Aaron.
Fest.
Yes.
Didn't you guys
Oh,
play
okay.
it last year? Was it fun?
No, we played Hateless New Year's Eve at the house, and yes, it was super fun. Awesome
I'm
crowd.
stoked to play a house show.
Yeah,
I fucking love that
and
shit.
it'll be quite the house show.
Yes,
it's gonna be fun.
That's
Hell
what
yeah.
They do certainly know how to throw a party.
yes.
Fuck yes.
Oh.
Where's their house at?
Hamtramck.
Ooh, all right. I love Hamtown.
I
It's just so
love
happening.
house shows.
I think technically it's Detroit, but
Yeah, probably.
there's a neighborhood behind Hamtramck called Hamtramck Heights, which seems, nickname Hamtramck Heights.
Yeah.
I don't think it's officially called Hamtramck
No.
Heights. I think that's where they're at.
Okay.
But I like that they're keeping the address a little more sly. I
Yeah.
mean, there aren't as many house venues as there used to be.
I know.
Yeah.
There
I'd
used
like
to
to
be
play a bunch.
tons. I used to live at one, and then there was like 10 others. Now I'm like, I'm aware of like 2, at the most.
Yeah. I feel like house shows
As
were
long
more
as there's
popular.
a MRSA Mania I can go to in 2019, I'll be all right.
How do we get on that bill?
I don't know, but I'm definitely
I
going to
don't
be in
think
it. That
we're
was too much fun.
rocking for
I
that.
gotta ask Kenny Kaiser from MRSA.
I don't know if we're rocking enough or like.
It's kind of a thrash fest.
Thrasher
It is a little bit of a
enough.
thrash fest,
Yeah.
but you should go.
I'll just change
Yeah.
all the
Sure.
drum parts to thrash drums. You just play everything else the same.
Just
and-
play all your songs like 3 times as fast.
That would
Twice
actually be
as
really
fast, 3 times
funny.
as fast.
It was so fun.
That would actually be really funny. I just love house shows just because I don't know, people are fucking like getting weird.
It's fun.
They're getting weird.
It's a different
And you know what
environment
else?
than a bar.
I don't like when the stage is super high and I'm above everyone.
Right.
I like when we're kind of level, just because I don't know, it gives it a different. It's like
I will say
it's
it's-
like we're a
yeah.
part of you guys, as
Yeah.
opposed to like,
Or above you.
hey y'all. I don't know.
I get it from like the listener's perspective because
Yeah.
if I'm, shorter than you, which
Yes.
is true, I can't see.
Yeah,
I got to be looking around constantly.
we've had good shows with a big stage, but I feel like I don't know, the energy me.
How is the stage at Old Miami?
I think it's pretty tall.
Yeah.
It's just like raised like maybe 1.5 feet. It's not
That's
too
not
bad.
bad.
2
That's
feet.
not
I
bad.
think at
Is
the most.
it?
I haven't played there in a
I
long
feel
time.
like
We haven't played there for
I remember
4
it being a
years.
little bit bigger, but
was our
I
first
could be
show.
wrong. Yeah.
Our first show was Old Miami, and then we haven't played there
I kind of
since.
like that place because it's got that little like lounge section with the.
I love the
couch.
back patio,
Yes.
which isn't really accessible this time of year.
No.
but
Yes, I know.
that whole backyard's just awesome.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Dude, Karen, what was that place you took me to downriver several Easter Eves ago?
Probably the Rockery.
That's where it was. I woke up on your couch on Easter, and I was like, "Fuck, where am I?" And I like look over, and Scott Jasmine's like. I was like, "Well, we couldn't have gone too far." My sister's like blowing me up. Where are you?
That place was awesome, and it was one of the best places to send out of towners.
Yeah.
That had never played here before.
Great sandwiches.
So you send great sandwiches. But you sent them there, and you knew they were going to like get a decent crowd because they had kind of a built-in crowd there.
Yeah.
So even if they came through like and had never been here before, and like it just kind of nobody promoted it, they would still like somebody'd be there to see them. Somebody'd buy merch. It was a great crowd, and that was all thanks to Justin Pullum, and he's moved on now. He's at the Brass Monkey, which is now changing over to Grizzlies, which is also in Wyandotte.
Okay.
And
Justin Pullum. Why do I know that name? Is he from this area?
he's from Downriver.
Oh, he's from Downriver. Never mind. Okay.
But I recommend you guys book through him too down there.
Yeah.
Go play show Grizzlies. We just did a show there a couple weeks ago with the Beggars. We actually had a cancellation in Ypsilanti, and he like saved the show. We were about to scrap it.
Really?
And
That's cool.
Yeah, we ended up playing there, and it went really well. It was fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that was a lot of fun that Easter's Eve.
Yeah.
What really fucked everything up is I had the ham for Easter, and I'm fucking hungover on your couch.
Had the what?
You didn't get up to cook it in time?
Oh, you
The
did?
Easter ham. My sister's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I don't know."
No. Where's the ham?
Like, I don't know. Scott's here.
Scott Jasmine's here.
Scott, where am I?
I did have to do that. I'm like, dude, where are we?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. No, we went to the
Christ,
bar.
Jeffrey.
No,
That's
okay,
fucking
wait a minute.
hilarious.
Jesus
Wait a
Christ,
minute.
Jeffrey.
I will disclose.
You had
I lied. I lied on
weed that
SharkCast.
night.
I was on weed, and it was such an excessive amount. Is because we went to that bar, and we had the sandwiches, and Dan knocked me over, and he fucking cut my nose open, and
How did he knock you
I
over?
don't remember that at all.
I remember
Are you
that
sure?
How did he
That's how it
knock you over?
because I was watching the band, and Dan went to harmlessly just start a pit, and I'm not opposed to it, but he like didn't mean to do it, and he blindsided me.
And apparently
And
you
I-
were super drunk.
No, I wasn't.
Well,
I was
you didn't
not.
know where you were the next day.
The next day, yeah. The moment when I cut my nose open, not that drunk. I got drunk.
So it's like a 2-second mosh pit. He hit you in the face, and then it's
Well,
like,
then
oh,
I fell over fucking like a
out.
monitor, and I remember
fucking up the monitors here.
like seeing my feet
Typical.
pointing at the ceiling, and then we went to this guy's house, and
it felt like a dream.
I feel like you were super drunk at this
It does
point.
kind of sound like a dream.
and he had
were
all this
super
he had
drunk
all
at
this
this point.
illegal weed, and he was like, everybody's smoking a joint to themselves.
I thought you didn't do
What-
weed
what if I-
until we smoked weed that one
I
episode.
lied. I did weed one time.
It was just this one instance.
You fucking asshole.
So you knew what was
I
going to
can't
happen to
believe
us.
you.
The whole time you knew what we were going to go
Not
through.
if you
were
get
on
your
weed
I'm pretty
before?
sure you've drunkenly smoked weed with me on another occasion, but what if I told you
How
that
dare
we
you.
never made it to the show, that we started at my house and you fell asleep on my couch?
Bullshit.
We never made it to the rock.
bullshit because me and Scott Jasmine offended this guy because he was like, you guys are gonna
How
everybody
dare you.
smokes.
Wait, who's Scott Jasmine?
He was like, everybody smokes their own joint. So this guy lights it and he gives it to me, so I light it. So I pass it to Scott.
And you were acting like you didn't smoke weed before.
And Scott passes it to me, so we're like trying to pass it, and he's like, hey, what did I say? Everybody smokes their own joint. And I'm like, I can't smoke this whole fucking thing, dude. What are you talking about?
I've never smoked weed before,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, no.
Dude, who was giving out joints? I'd be
I
like,
know. Where was I?
Sign
You were
me up
there.
at this.
I don't remember that.
It's like,
I don't think that
I'm
happened.
not giving away all my weed. Who was giving all our weed
Now that
away?
weed is legal,
He had copious amounts.
now that weed is legal,
I think I
Danny's,
know who it was now. that you're no,
Danny's actually losing his house to weed. There's a moving van out front.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone saw that
Getting
coming in,
evicted.
but
Oh, is that
From the
what?
house you
is
own,
that
you're
who
getting
is taking the
evicted.
TV out?
Yep.
Oh,
It's Danny's
okay.
TV. He
Yep.
sold his TV for weed.
Yep.
I just can't get enough.
He's been selling his rooms
Grace
one by
is-
one.
Well, it's
Grace
only
is
a
gonna be
matter
gone
of
tomorrow.
time before they come down here for this stuff. So
yeah, well,
you better.
yeah, this might
This
be
is
our
the
last
last episode.
Danny had to sell all the shit to buy more weed. He's addicted.
Damn it.
Fucking addicted.
I can't help it, guys.
This is what happens when you
Makes me
do
feel
weed,
so
guys.
great.
Don't do weed.
But yeah, this guy was so offended because me and Scott tried to share a joint cigarette. And he's like, hey,
A joint.
I told you guys, everybody gets their own joint. And I was like, dude, that ain't
What
gonna
if I don't want this?
Jeffrey, where can you listen to us?
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, where else?
iTunes.
iTunes. What do you need to do when you listen to us on iTunes?
Like, subscribe, and share.
That is what you need to do.
Also, if you don't fuck with SoundCloud and iTunes, there's another place you can find us.
And where's that?
Google Play,
Google Play.
Or
We're on Stitcher. What else?
Stitcher, and Dog Catcher. Go
I
ahead.
don't know what the fuck Dog Catcher is, but
Neither
apparently
did I,
we're
but
on.
we're on it, and we fucking look good as fuck on it.
We are back. Boop.
I swear that's this show's tagline.
Yeah, we're
We're
back.
back.
Well, we are back.
We are.
67
You
times
just
we're back.
listened to our commercial, but
right.
you should also just fucking subscribe to our shit and then
And like it.
our shit and the Lucid Fur shit.
Yeah.
How about that?
And KO Prince, Detroit,
Yeah.
right?
How about
Cal
that?
Prince Detroit.
Support local music and local venues and
Local business.
businesses and why not?
Yeah.
Actually, Karen,
Don't
Your
be
little
a
click of the
stooge.
wrist is so helpful to these people. So just do it, bitches.
Actually, Karen, I seen a T-shirt that one of my friends had, and now that I have a new job and I have a little bit extra cheddar, I may be in need of another Karen O original.
Another Karen O knockoff. But I made you
That clerk shirt,
the clerk
which
shirt.
I loved. I wore that for years. I don't know where it's at. I'd still wear it.
Oh,
Well,
Wow.
I don't think I have the
No, but
the
it was
film for that
It was
anymore.
perfect.
It's been so long.
It was perfect. I
until
went
you
to go
threw
see,
it away.
No, I did not throw it away. I just
didn't bring you joy through.
It didn't spark joy. I
No,
see
I
how
went
it
to go
is.
see Kevin Smith.
My God, yeah.
Went to go
fine.
see Kevin Smith live, and I was like, I don't have a Kevin Smith shirt. If only I had one. Wait a minute. Told Karen, I was like, Karen, you know the movie Clerks? All it has to say is I'm not even supposed to be here today. She was like, how's this? Perfect. Run it.
Oh yeah, I took the picture from the movie with you just sitting on the counter.
Yeah. People
was
were
fun.
like, oh my God, where'd you get that shirt? I was like, this is one of a kind, actually. Can't find this on the market.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
I can make pretty much anything that I want. I
That's
have
so
to stay
sweet.
under the impression that you are just wearing it.
Oh, all I did was just wear
and you're
it.
not selling it, but
no, all I did was just wear it, and I wore it for if I can only find the fucking thing again. But my buddy, he posted up a picture on Facebook of him in a T-shirt, and it was just a black T-shirt with white lettering that just said video games, and I was like, I like that, but I don't like video games.
so you just want one that just says
Just
comic
comics.
books.
Yep.
Nice.
You choose. I'll let you choose the font.
All right. Oh, fun. Creative liberty.
Wow.
The best.
That's pretty cool of him to do that.
I did it for the clerk shirt.
So you're coming out with a new album.
Yes. We're going to have
This is
an
true?
album that is dropping on 420.
Nice.
Hell yes.
Anything to do with marijuana smoking?
I mean,
It's legal.
duh. Who
Yeah.
are we? You ever met us?
Do we get a SharkCast exclusive and know the title of the album?
That is not announced yet.
Damn, we tried.
I know that's so funny. Everybody's like, "What's the title?" I'm like, "I can't tell you."
Wait a
yet."
minute. What other podcast are you going on?
Yeah. We tried Dan. He's like, we're between two names, and he wouldn't tell us either of them.
Yeah, I can't tell you either of them
You
either.
guys are too
Sons of
tight-lipped.
bitches.
You guys are like, damn.
You guys are like the fucking Masons.
So the our SharkCast exclusive just got ruined, but
Womp, womp, womp.
we've been hyping
well,
that up
I'm
for a
telling
month.
you that it's coming out on 419. We haven't really, or the release show is at 419 at Smalls
Ooh.
with Krillin and Scissor Now from Ann Arbor.
Okay.
And what was the other band that I booked?
I don't know, Karen. You booked it, not me.
And the Scapes.
Nice.
Yes, they're awesome. So fucking phenomenal musicians.
Now-
And they're so young, too. I'm like, how are you guys so young and so jamming? How do you learn to be this jamming that young? Those guys are
How
awesome.
young are they?
I completely forgot of them. Oh, they're in their they're younger than us.
Yeah.
In their early 20s, early 20s. I don't know. As far as I know, they're old enough to be in the bar. But the show will be 18 and up, which
Nice.
is, we usually don't play 18 and up shows. There's not a lot of venues in Detroit that want to do 18 and up shows, and I frankly can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? I don't want to police a bunch of kids and
Sure,
like,
no, it
don't
makes
drink.
sense.
Everybody else is drinking, but not you.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
It's not like, don't wash those
the-
marker X's off
but
your
the-
hands. I know you know
yeah.
you can, but don't do it.
You ever get caught? I got
yeah.
caught a bunch of times fucking
yeah.
trying to get the...
Nope, never got caught. I did.
Really?
I did the majority of my underage drinking at Elvin's.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mike
Elvis
Daniele...
probably didn't.
Mike
As long
Daniele
as you
used to
didn't give
fucking-
them a problem, they didn't give you a
Nope,
problem.
never did. I just had a lot of fun.
My boy Mike Daniele in the other band, he played guitar. He was older than us, so he'd be like, "Here's a drink." And I remember we went to, we weren't even playing that night. We went to the Magic Bag, and he gives me a drink, and like super slick. And like I just take one sip of it, and they're like, "You're out of here." And we just paid. we just literally spent $15 on getting into the show. They're like, "You guys are out of here," and we're like, "What?" Like, please, just dump it out.
Who'd you go
Like,
see?
I just
Nobody,
forget,
apparently.
Yeah, I forget who it was. 'cause I
15
didn't
bucks.
see him.
Drunk, he didn't remember.
No, I didn't even take a sip of my fucking drink. Mike Daniele slammed before he left because he's just like, "I'm drinking these 2 drinks before I leave."
Right.
They've
So
been
he's like
purchased.
at the thing.
I bought them from you.
Yeah.
And then I also got caught. Dude, I have like the worst luck, I swear to God. He gives it to me in the bathroom because of this previous experience.
This guy never learned his lesson.
So he gives it to me in the bathroom. So I'm in the stall trying to slam this drink. And somebody that works at the Magic Stick comes in and she's like,
That is a
"Why are you
tough
drinking your
place.
beer in there?" Like in the stall like that. Because apparently you could see my big ass like fucking drinking it.
Trying to put it in as it comes out. I don't know.
And then I just opened the door and I was like, "This is why I'm drinking it in here." And I showed him the X's, but he was cool with it. He's like, "Just don't."
Just don't.
It's like, fuck.
I got kicked out of St. Andrews, and I was 21. It was the first show I went
What?
to after I turned 21, but I left my license at home.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to a concert, and I'm
Yeah.
old enough to drink, but
You
I
can't.
can't. So I got a beer. Billy bought it for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm drinking the
Aw,
beer.
Billy.
I know, right? And we're down in the basement area, St. Andrews, and bouncer's like, because I had like a bandana wrapped around my hand, like super fucking obvious. I had already washed my hand of the X's, but it was still there. And he pulls me to the bathroom. And I'm like, shit. He's like,
Suck my dick and it's fine.
no, he's like, you got $10? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yeah, I got $10. So I give him $10. And then I walk back out, and he made me pour out the drink. I walk back out there. I'm like, all right. So I go to throw out the bottle, and as I'm throwing out the bottle, someone else that works there saw the X on my hand and looked at the same bouncer I just paid $10, and she's like, "Get him out of here." I'm like, "Are you fucking joking?" And then we had to leave. We had to leave. It was right during the middle of the RX Bandit set, which I didn't know at the time, but was fucking killer.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Yeah, they
They will
do.
get you. I think why I got caught at the Magic Bag is because like they saw me come in with a bunch of people that could drink, and I was the only person that was underage. So they
So
were
you
just
were-
Right,
like,
they're watching you.
they're
Like,
like,
uh-huh.
"I'm watching you."
They're gonna give that kid beer.
Yeah.
I'll bet you anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how they did it. It was like immediate though, and it
feel
was
like
such
it-
a
I feel
bummer
like-
because it was just like, I'll just not drink though. Like, let us just watch the show at least.
Yeah, but they
Like now you know.
Yeah. That they got to continue to monitor you.
The last time I did underage drinking at Elvin's is I got really fucking drunk, and
Is Elvin still in business?
No,
don't think
Alex
so.
has been gone.
I
for a
heard
long
about it
time.
and I was like, no, punk bands though. And I heard through like I don't know if it ever came to fruition. Someone's like, they're still going to be around, but they're going to play like techno music. And I was like, what?
Why
I don't know if
do
that ever
such a
happened. I don't know.
change
You
like
know
that?
what? That sounds like a familiar story of venues who are
Magic.
going under.
Yeah, seriously. They come back and it's
We were just
EMD.
talking about that venue.
We're just doing techno now.
So bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Alvin's was so trashy that it was me and Matt Weiss, again, audience. I'm really drunk. And not only am I really drunk, I'm having a really good conversation with the bouncer. And he could visibly tell I'm drunk and probably underage, but not causing any problems. It's a friendly conversation. And then these kids fucking rush out and they're like, dude, where's the nearest hospital? And he's like, why? I mean, he's like your typical bouncer guy. Why? Our friend's in there. She's ODing. And he's like, what? Get her the fuck out of here, man.
We don't want her. Get her.
Jeez.
Oh man.
And they
Yeah,
dragged
that
her
is
out
a
and she was
fucking
clearly
predicament.
ODing.
That's fucked.
It's like 4 different dudes like have her
That
and
is
she's
totally
like,
fucked. Yeah, and all that guy could think about is like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
That happened at
Like,
one of
she
our
might
shows.
Die though.
That dude
I was
ODing.
like, maybe you might want to put that aside for a second.
Right.
Your concerns about yourself.
they looked at me and they were like, you know where the nearest hospital is? I was like, I don't know.
You're like, I'm only 17. Why the fuck would I know where hospitals are?
I went from being an underage drinker to a barely legal bartender, and I do get why
It sounds like a porno.
it's so why they're so adamant about making sure that you don't have underage drinkers, because the way
get in
at
a
least
lot of
Michigan
trouble.
law is set up, when you drink underage in the bar, they don't find the bar, they find the bartender.
Yeah.
Ah.
And that doesn't seem quite fair, because more often than not, bartenders not checking IDs. There's some dude at the door who
Yeah.
may or may not give a shit
Yeah.
at the door. And then you serve underage kid, and then cops come in, or he leaves and gets in trouble, and he narcs on you and says, I was drinking at such and such a bar, and this chick, or a chick, you know, with brown hair and tattoos and a lip ring,
But
was
can't
serving
you
me.
just
And then
be
they
like,
walk into my
no?
bar, and then they tell me this kid got in trouble, or this kid got a DUI, or this kid got into an accident and he killed somebody.
Yeah.
And here's a big fucking ticket, you know?
It's fucked up.
And then I'm getting fired, or I'm paying the ticket at
Yeah.
least.
Fuck, dude. The ticket at least. What are you talking about? That's a hefty fine.
$500 ticket, yeah.
Damn.
Or at least when I was bartending, it was. I don't know what it is
How can they be
now.
like for sure? It's just like his word against your word.
It is, and you know
You're
how
gonna
the
believe
legal
this-
system works.
Someone's liable.
Someone's word is always better than someone else's.
Yeah, well, the 17-year-old
Especially when they want
underage
some money
drinker,
from you. Like,
can be like, he
well,
brought a
he
friend.
said, so
Yeah.
give us some money.
All right. So since we're on 17-year-old drinkers, Karen, what is how did you guys handle, like, when we go to listen to Lucid First Sophomore album, if you can give us any indication what to expect? We're looking like the same tone as This Ain't No Mating Dance, or
Similar. I mean, the message behind the band has always pretty much been the same. It's always got an air of sarcasm behind it. It's maybe a little more politically driven than
Yeah?
the first album.
okay,
A little more. The style is a little different. It's a little more jazzy. It's a little more funky. But it's still really heavy. We've got a lot of really heavy songs, but we do even more of the, because I noticed that what worked really well with all of our sets was having kind of a bunch of different climaxes and declines,
Yeah.
and really heavy and fast, and then slow and smooth, and then surprise heavy and fast again, and just
Yeah.
like always keeping everybody on their toes. So this album is definitely set up in a similar way to where
How many songs?
it's 8 songs again. It's just about the same length,
nice. That was a nice length album you guys put
How
out.
long is it?
35 minutes.
Ooh, not bad.
Yeah, I think that's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not too
personally
long.
get bored around minute 40, 45 with albums that
Yeah.
are super long.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the double disc.
No.
You know,
I neither.
if you can't take the best shit, and put it on one. You know, and then release another one later.
Yeah.
No, I feel where you're coming from, but
People's
I
attention
honestly
spans.
love like the 30, 35 minute. 40's pushing it. I had one album growing up I was super into, and it was 20 minutes long, so it feels like once you put it on, it was done.
Yeah.
Right. And that there's something to say about that, about cutting it off short.
But does it
You
make you
know?
want to listen to it again?
Oh, I don't think it took away from the album whatsoever, but it was
It
like
should leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
once you put the album on, I mean, 20 minutes, and especially if you're hanging out with friends.
You don't want them to get the hook and pull you off the stage. You want them to fucking want more.
Well, it was a
You
punk
leave 'em a
band. There
little
was
bit.
no hook, and they had stages.
Or like those, like DRI.
Um,
DRI. I saw DRI at Max and Lansing, like shit, must have been like fucking 7 years
Yeah.
ago. And they played for an hour and a half.
Jesus Christ, how many songs did they play?
I
40?
know.
They
I
played
couldn't-
40
I
songs?
couldn't even guess. Okay, so if we're averaging a song and a half
Oh, it's
per
a punk
minute,
band?
No, DRI is a thrash band with a lot of punk influences.
So it
I mean-
sounds very similar each song.
Well,
yeah, kind of, yeah, a little bit.
For an hour and 30
It
minutes?
was I paid attention. I was up there for an hour and a half, and it didn't strike me that it was an hour and a half until like we were walking out of there,
Yeah.
and I was
That's
like,
Well, that's a
too long.
good thing. That's a
because
good
I
thing.
thought it was
Yeah.
gonna end up early because
But
I was
fuck.
like, they're going on at 11:30, and then
I don't
they were
like
like,
playing
it's
super
fucking
long
1 o'clock.
sets.
All right.
no, I understand you.
When I'm seeing local shows, I like the 30 to 45 minute range. I think
Yes.
is appropriate.
Yeah.
When bands are doing a full hour, it's a little bit
too
much. But if I'm going to see like some sort of epic classic,
Where
like,
you know all
yeah.
the songs.
Right, well, like when Rush
Right.
used to tour, there was 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like an amazing 3 hours. But they
I
also
don't know if
had
I could do 3 hours, though. I
I
like
don't know
Rush.
if I could do 3 hours
Yeah,
of
that's a
anything.
3
lot.
hours, though? I mean, like, and I have, like, dream concerts that'll just never happen. Like, I've already stated before, like, I would love to see the Ramones. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But then again, like, if like Jeff, you get to see the Ramones once, and they're going to do a 3-hour gig. I'm like, how many times are they going to play Blitzkrieg Bop?
Yeah. Well, if they're not repeating their music, that's fine. But if they're playing the same things over and over again, like I saw, Yes, they played 2.5, and that was like,
Oh,
They-
that had been fucking awesome.
dude, I
though.
saw them twice in a year's time, and both those shows were incredible.
But mind you, when I seen Sabbath,
Yeah,
I felt like their set was like,
done.
Sure.
yeah, because I thought
How long was it?
I don't know, because I was
30
like
minutes?
in Nirvana. Because I thought I would never see Sabbath, and I was just like, oh my God, dude, it's Sabbath.
Right. Well, and there's certain bands that have like that certain level of clout. Local bands aren't obviously at that level because
Well,
we're local
I'm not,
bands still,
trying
but,
to take away
yeah.
from local
But
bands.
at the same time, you get those behemoths that you've grown up listening to, and you're like, I don't want this to stop.
And they have so much material
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you've heard and want to hear
it's
all
way
of it.
different
Exactly.
than local.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
not
no.
trying to,
No,
I
no,
know,
for sure.
like, we go on the road and I'm like, I am into the 30 minutes and off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, when
And
a
they'll be
band,
like,
yeah, well, a band plays in front of you and they
"Got
play
other
an
bands
hour,
coming on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
and they play an hour, and it's just like you can
Yeah.
feel the energy just drain from the audience.
Yeah.
And
because
you know,
it's just too fucking long. It
that
just
is like, you should be managing yourself on stage.
Yeah,
You
sure.
should be managing, like, we know that we have 30 minutes of material and then 5 minutes of, okay,
want
is
more.
it cool?
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
play
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to cut in anybody's time slot because
No.
we know what it's like to go on last and the bar's closing in 20 minutes. We get to play 3 songs
And
and,
you
we've
can-
got to go.
when
you
you're
know?
up there, you can feel it being too long. I've
Yeah.
felt like we've played
Well-
where they're like you play an hour, and it's just like this seems a
People's-
little too long.
People start to walk away after a minute.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
discouraging, you know, but
Yeah.
it's not really, it's just people's attention spans aren't that long.
Right. Right. And it's
They're there
it's
to
a
drink
bar.
beer and fucking
Yeah.
hang out and talk. And when it's that long,
right.
we've watched bands that played in front of us, and we're just like,
Jeez, this is a long set.
Jesus.
It's like you took
seems
every
like-
minute of that hour
And it just is like all really similar, and it's just like, I wish you did this later.
Karen, is the new album going to be available streaming?
Yes,
It's going to be on Spotify?
at midnight on
I have to pee
4/20.
again.
So we're doing the release show on 4/19, and you can get the album at midnight online, or the earliest you could get it is 4/19 at Smalls, which is just a couple hours
Nice.
before it comes
Right,
out.
right.
But you'll be able to buy it. Pre-sales will go on pretty soon.
Are you
Nice.
doing
I can't say for sure. I have to.
I'm stoked
I
for
have
you
to
guys, man.
make sure that they're going to be on time.
Yeah.
We just submitted it, so we're waiting for the plates to come back. And when the plates come back and they're right, then we'll be like, all right, they're on sale now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. The last time we grossly underestimated how quick they were going to come back to us. We ended up having to make a change from one company to another. It ended up taking like 2 months longer than we thought it
Wow.
would.
Oh, yeah.
So we had people's money for like 6 months.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
ever want to do that again.
No.
No, you don't want to hold
I'm
on
like
to somebody
saying,
else's
I'm
money.
so sorry that I have your money and you don't have your record. You totally should expect a record by now, but you're not going to get it.
But
'cause I
everybody
don't have
got
it.
theirs? I mean,
Everybody got it.
Everybody was copacetic? Okay, cool.
Everybody got it.
For the streaming, are you guys doing CD Baby?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like CD Baby.
Me too.
They make it very easy for you to put it out there. Of course, like it's just like everything else. They say, costs this much up front, and then you've got to pay in the
Right.
IBM. You've got to pay in for.
Yep. It grows a little bit, but it's still not that bad cost-wise.
No, it's not that bad, and they really do put it everywhere. And I've had people go like, "I listened to you on na, and I'm like, I don't even
even
have
know
an
what the fuck that
idea
is.
what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
But you
experienced something
listen
like
to
that.
music on it, and I'm really glad you were able to listen to our music on it. Fuck
Seriously.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, speaking of short sets, though, if I could, I want to give a little shout out to the band blender that's happening at Smalls, the 26th, which is this Saturday.
Yeah.
And there's going to be 11 bands playing 20-minute sets. And that 20 minutes, 30 minutes is good. 20 minutes is like you really better fucking put your all into
Yeah.
that 20 minutes
Yeah.
and get on and get off stage. That's going to be a really cool event, and it's $5, and the proceeds go to anti-suicide prevention. And the same night is our old guitar player, Kyle. His old band, Axe Ripper, is doing a revival. So,
What, is he back in town?
Yeah, he's going to be back in town for just a week to do that revival, and then he's back off to Seattle.
Yeah.
Right on.
And they're Axe Ripper. Axe Ripper is going to be doing a reunion show at the Sanctuary on the same night.
Sanctuary.
So those are two really good events that you should go check out, both of them. Even if
On
it's
the
just
26th?
for even if it's both
Unfortunately-
of them just for a minute for a good cause.
Unfortunately, by the time you hear this, listener, this will already be 3 days behind you. So,
I didn't.
And
know
actually,
that.
these guys are playing the 26th.
Are you?
yeah.
Oh, where are you guys playing?
Old Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Oh, okay, that was the show. Is that this? Okay, that's this weekend.
March
Yeah.
9th, we're playing the Sanctuary
March
at,
9th?
at Hamtramck Music Festival.
I'll definitely be at that one.
Fuck yes.
You're going to go?
Yeah.
I'll fucking go.
Yes. It's going to be fun.
We're not
Hamtramck
playing. We
Music
did it a
Festival.
couple of years ago.
Yeah, you guys did it a couple years ago. I'll go. I never went. I always wanted to go.
Yeah, we did it.
It's,
what,
it's an awesome
Get your
festival.
get your wristbands soon because they up in price.
Can't you give me a wristband? I'll give you money. Like,
Well, yeah,
we don't
I'm
have to
just
buy 'em.
buying it for you.
Yeah.
off the thing.
It doesn't work like that. Like they don't hand out
No.
wristbands.
No, yeah, like we'll show up and we'll be like, hey, we're playing.
But I think if
They'll
you
give
get
us
them
something.
now, it's $10. If you get them past, I forget the date. They
like
sent
get-
us an email recently.
It's like $20 at the door ultimately.
No, it might be $20 at the door, but it's $15 to get the wristband. If you don't
After
get
a
them,
certain
like
date.
yeah.
No, I remember seeing something like that last year.
Damn, this is gonna be an action-packed weekend. I have to be running around.
There's so many
Yeah.
cool venues and cool bands you can just.
it all comes
go
back
and see
to
with your
Detroit's
little
got a
wristband.
really great music scene.
We do.
Yes.
A lot of good bands here. A lot of really jamming bands, and I hear that all over the country. Like Detroit is like so jamming. You have so many fucking bands. And I'm like, yeah, we do.
That's what
Come
they say.
fucking play a show.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Come
hard
play a
though,
show.
like trying to book out of town bands because booking here is really different than booking other places.
What is that?
You know,
I don't know. Like here we seem to have like a chicken and the egg problem, where like all the bands go who's playing and where is it, and all the venues go who's playing, So you're like, well, I don't know. They're asking me what venue it's at, and I don't want to lie to them. So
Right.
Where are we at, Joshua?
Time-wise,
Yeah.
we're an hour and a half with our break.
We just got a gig from this band. I forget where they're from, but they're like trying to book the show, and it's a Wednesday show.
that's rough.
Right.
They're really hard here.
See, and
I mean,
they're-
it's hard anywhere,
the
but
thing is, they're like,
this is a 9 to 5 town.
Yeah.
It's
they're like, how many people do you think you're gonna bring? And it's like, well, we haven't played a Wednesday show in years, so
Yeah.
it's like so hard for me to tell you, like, who,
Not a
it's
lot. I can tell you right now. Most of
Like
my
we'll
people
probably
can't.
bring some people. We're playing first.
When is this?
They're like, would it help if you play first? And it's like, that would probably help, but I'd hope that they don't leave,
right.
right after we're done playing.
Right. That's another thing.
Yeah.
I like to put out of towners second or third.
They're second.
That to me, that's like, unless they're a national act,
You give
then they
them the
go
good
last.
slot.
But
Yeah.
if they're,
Yeah.
and we've run into this problem where we've gone places, and they're like, "You're headlining like in Boise, Idaho." I'm like, nobody knows who we are.
Yeah.
Boise,
Yeah.
Idaho. So your friends are gonna leave.
Yes.
Right.
And they're like, "No, they won't."
And
And of
then
course
they-
they do.
yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
played a nobody, and we drove hundreds of miles out of
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
And that happens. But I think for the sake of being considerate,
Yeah.
if you're
book
going
them
to
in a good spot.
if you're going to play with an out of town band, give them the preferential slot.
Yeah.
You get to play here all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't get to play here very often. Give them the good slot. Treat them good so they want to come
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
Well,
that's
and she's booking
that's
the
just
show.
as important to our scene is that
Oh, yeah.
those little acts who are just making their way out there, like if they get good treatment here, they'll come back.
Yeah.
And when they are a big deal, they'll come here and they'll do a good show for us and come on the fucking weekend,
Right.
feel good about coming here. And,
Yeah.
And maybe they liked the bands that they played with. while
and
they
they'll
were-
ask them to play with them
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
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 Or they'll set them up with other bands. That
But
they
it's
know.
just like, I wish you weren't asking me these questions because I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna,
I
we're
don't know.
gonna.
I don't honestly know how I would answer that. either.
I think I said like, we haven't played a Wednesday show in a really long time. We'll bring some people, but I can't guarantee. I don't want to guarantee you a number.
Right. I'm
Right.
not
It'd be
selling
like,
tickets
we're
for
bring-
you.
Yeah,
When is that show?
it's the.
Josh
I think it's going to be at the
It's
small.
Wednesday.
But it's not for a while. I forget what the date is. though.
Okay.
When I approach,
They're a cool band.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah.
They're like a cool.
You
it's
gonna
not
tell me
like
who they are?
No, well, they're called North by North. I think
Oh,
that's it.
okay. I know who they are. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's. I think it's a 2-piece.
Okay.
The girl drummer, but she's like really good.
Like
How did
my-
they find out? How did they get in contact with us?
I don't know. I want to ask him, but I don't want to be weird. Like, how did you find out about us?
You know how I find most of my bands is just on referral.
Yeah.
So especially if I've been somewhere before, I'll hit up everybody I met there, and I do keep like notes on what we did because we go on like a tour for 2 weeks and meet so many people.
Right.
It's hard to remember all of them. So I try to like make sure to like
Yeah.
be like, I met this person at this show, and this is their name on Facebook. So I'd be like, oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this city, that's who that is.
That's the
You
guy I
know,
need
one,
to
so
talk
when I
to.
see them, I'm not like, huh?
Yeah.
And two, if I'm like, I'm going back there, I could be like, hey, yeah, we're coming back. What's up? You know?
Right. Exactly.
Do you recommend anybody for us to play with?
Yeah.
Or if I'm going into a city blind, I don't know anybody, nobody knows nobody there, then I just go on Facebook or Instagram and I look at the bands and I listen to them. And yes, I listen to them. Like, a lot of people act like we just like pick bands at random, and that's not true. Like,
Yeah.
I guess if we get like a little more on the Rush side, we're just like,
Fuck
will
it.
anyone play with us?
Yeah.
But for the most part, we do research and we look, and what we're looking for is people who post and promote their shows, but also people who look like they don't play every week. You know,
Right.
if you
Okay.
play every week, then I know that you might be newer and you might not draw that well. If you are worried about it, that's the best indicator. If somebody plays all the time, they're probably newer and trying to reach their audience.
Right.
once you've been around for a while, if you stop playing so frequently, you'll start getting paid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I look for in an out-of-towner when I'm trying to play with somebody. And not only to see if, like, their music's cool and they look like cool people, but are they serious? Like, are they going to help us out?
Yeah.
You know, there is a end goal behind it.
We need your help to book us a little tour.
I will gladly share my resources with you.
Because I would love that.
I share my resources with anyone I know is going to be respectful to the bands in the venue.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. If I don't think you're going to treat the people that I hook you up with well, then you get nothing but silence from me. Yeah. But I'm not afraid to share contacts at all. With you guys for sure.
Also, if you ever have a band come through that's like, I don't know, wants to come on a podcast, hit us up.
Yeah, like on the off night.
Or if you're like booking a band around here or something, I don't know.
Yeah. You have podcast connections. Okay.
Would you guys like a podcast slot? You know, I don't. That would be a good idea for somebody coming in like coming in on Monday and playing like a Wednesday or Tuesday.
Shit, it's not my house, so I mean,
better than anything because you could,
unless they're weird.
They're probably
but even
going to be a little weird.
we got a threshold of weird that's acceptable.
We actually have
you should
one
push
guest.
the limits on what kind of weird you're willing to deal with.
No, Karen.
I live here.
We don't want dangerous. How weird you can get.
We actually have to have an entertaining show, and we actually have one guest, and it's
It'd be entertaining.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I don't see this.
I'd be entertained watching you guys struggle.
We are also, we're also
all right, we're back.
Getting this room.
We're back with this fucking douche.
We're getting this room so we can
he's really nice.
we can have live performances of bands too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That is.
Do you know of any bands that could play a live performance?
I'd hope so.
No.
Yes, I think so. At least one.
I know no bands that can play a live performance.
Not 90.
Yeah, there you go.
But somewhere between 1 and 199.
If we could just get the Lucid furs, that'd be swell.
I'm down with that. I'm sure the boys would be down with that too.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Karen, if you had a sandwich named the Karen.
Didn't we already ask?
Did we?
I don't know.
We asked Dan. We asked Dan.
I don't think
didn't
we
ask
asked
Lucid
Karen.
furs.
I don't know.
Right. Okay, ask her.
If we had a sandwich shop and you get to pick what's on the Karen, we do not substitute any item whatsoever. What's on the Karen?
Well,
I guess you could call it the Karen-O.
okay.
Well,
Okay.
she would choose,
All right.
Chef. I don't like you choosing for her.
Well, I mean, it's his sandwich. I mean, he's selling it. So.
It's your
No,
sandwich.
it's your
it's my
sandwich. I'm
sandwich?
selling
It's
your
your
sandwich.
Oh, okay.
sandwich.
I wasn't sure if it was my sandwich.
No.
or
No,
your
it's
sandwich.
We
your
don't
sandwich. We sell it.
You want lettuce, tomato on it? And if a customer's
That's
like,
it?
I'll take the Karen-O, no lettuce and tomato. No, bitch.
Not
These
today.
sandwiches come with lettuce and tomato.
Pick it off, bitch.
Yep, exactly. Pick it off.
Okay.
You get to pick it.
All right. I like that. Okay. I would say lettuce, tomato, cheese, bacon, and
What kind of cheese?
avocado
Not
and
specific.
jalapenos.
Not specific enough. What kind of cheese? You can't just say cheese. There's so many fucking different cheeses.
Habanero. What do you have on? What do you have
Pepper
on deck?
jack? Are you talking about?
You want a spicy cheese?
Yeah, I want to like blow their face off. I don't want them to ever forget the Karen-O
Okay,
sandwiches
so it's
they had.
a hot ass cheese.
I like this. With lettuce, tomato,
And
bacon.
yeah, and
Okay.
jalapeno like slices.
sure.
Ooh, I could fuck
You just
that.
throw a whole one on there.
Did you say
Split it in
avocado
half.
too?
Yeah, avocado.
Avocado.
sure.
What kind of
Just-
bread?
Oh, I don't know. Some sort of fiery cheese bread.
Asiago cheese
Served on a
bagel.
fiery
like I
cheese
said,
bread.
I want it to be so spicy that you'll never forget that you ate it. You don't have to enjoy it, but
So it's a terrible sandwich.
if you remember, yeah, you actually yeah, that's fine.
Would you
the way the
order-
world is working, the most terrible sandwich ever might just rocket me to stardom. Remember that really awful sandwich we had? Yeah, it was named after
Yeah.
that chick.
Would
Have
you
the most
order the
clout.
Karen?
Would I order
Yeah,
it?
do you like that sandwich? Would you eat that sandwich?
Yeah, with a couple of
I don't.
substitutions.
No, you can't substitute it.
I don't think you would eat
You
that
didn't
sandwich.
say that I had to eat it.
Well, of course, it's your sandwich. It's like your dream sandwich.
Can I just pretend to eat it?
Okay, well,
bet-
Yes,
for
it is a
the-
pretend sandwich.
It's the first time we've run into that situation. Someone builds a sandwich that they don't
completely
even
change
want
the
to eat.
game and ruin the show. I don't know.
I mean, I thought that's what fucking Adam
Yeah,
was
I'm not a
doing
good
when he
sport
put
about this kind of
sardines
stuff.
and
I'm
shit
sorry
on
to
his.
disappoint you.
Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, that was Kyle. Never mind.
Yeah,
Adam's was fucking
Adam Nagy
prime
was
rib and lettuce.
No, I thought it was a flamin' young
It
and
was
a lettuce wrap.
ridiculous.
For
It
one,
was, just,
yeah.
it was a filet mignon with a piece of lettuce on top. Seriously.
Sandwich.
That sounds good.
I was like, is the filet mignon like cut up in the strips? No, just a filet
Well, I guess
lettuce.
you'd have to put a piece of lettuce on bottom or top. But you
Yeah.
know what, Adam? I'm not going to fuck with your sandwich.
Yeah.
It's your sandwich.
Kyle Davis's was like sardines in
His
like
was
some weird.
disgusting.
It was like
The sardines
sounds
are anchovies.
Fucking
See, I'm not the
horrible.
only one that made it disgusting.
Yeah, but he
ridiculous
actually
sandwich.
wanted to eat that one.
Yeah. He's like, sardines are my favorite. How deep are we into this? You said an hour and 30 minutes a while ago.
Yeah, hour
Damn it, he
43.
just can't wait to be done.
Karen, you want to plug anything else before we let this motherfucker go?
Yeah. Hit up KO Prints for custom merchandising.
There you go.
I like working with bands.
Yo.
And it's cheap prices and good quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
I
call
think
Lady
so.
cheap.
I'm not saying it's cheap. Like I'm saying the price. She's the Robin Hood of
affordable.
merchandise.
I try to make it affordable enough to where I can make some money and you can make some
Yeah.
money. And I think
Everyone
that's
wins.
important because if you
When
can't
I-
sell it, you're not coming back to
Yeah,
get any more.
Exactly.
When I first met Peter, he was shopping around he sent me a message on Facebook and he goes, "Hey, do you know anybody that makes band t-shirts?" And I was like, "I do." And he's like, "Well, I'm trying to shop around. Do you know anybody who's not Karen?" And not that he wasn't saying like I disapprove of your prices, but he was
He
like,
was just like, is anybody cheaper? And
yeah.
and because
And I
I
made
can
him
The thing is, I
guarantee,
got shirts
So I
way
think
more
that-
expensive
I
than
think
you.
that's
I can guarantee you, everybody was like, "Have you talked to Karen yet?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I
Well,
do." And
I don't have this like I've worked for people before. It's like you get like my friends get the good prices. Everybody gets the same prices. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
they're good prices. They're for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to I don't know, go broke
Hustle.
helping out my friends. Everybody's fucking getting hooked up. Everybody's
Yeah.
gonna have
Right on.
the best experience I can give them.
I've gotten some super expensive shirts. Or we've gotten some expensive
I have
shirts from.
too.
I mean, I don't know. I don't mean cheap in like bad quality because
I just
it's
said don't
not.
call her cheap. Her shirts are.
high quality, affordable merchandise.
prices.
Try to be. And I work around people. Like, if you want the absolute cheapest thing I can find, you'll pay the same price for the printing if you want, like,
Yeah.
a 5-cent discount on shirts. I recommend what I recommend, and you
Yeah,
buy
a
whatever you
decent
want, and
shirt.
I'll order it for you, you know?
Truth.
How long you been doing this now, Karen? Making shirts.
About 8 years.
Oh, so you got some experience underneath you. I've
Yeah.
worn some of your shirts.
I've been wearing shirts.
I've been wearing
For
shirts
years.
for at least 8 years.
I didn't start wearing shirts until I met Karen.
And then losing them. When's
yes,
your show?
I found
You
him in
said
an alleyway.
420.
419 is
Wrapped
the
in
show.
a bathrobe and
419 is the
afraid.
show. Come to the show.
Karen, what's the name of the album?
March 9th, Hamtramck Music Festival at the Sanctuary.
Support local art, support local business. If you got a problem with that, you know what to do. Suck it!
Day's the day you give your money away.
fucking up the monitors here.
like seeing my feet
Typical.
pointing at the ceiling, and then we went to this guy's house, and
Sounds like a dream.
I feel like you were super drunk at this
It
point.
does kind of sound like a dream.
and he had
were
all this
super drunk at this point.
illegal weed, and he was like, everybody's smoking a joint to themselves.
I thought you didn't do
What-
weed
what if I-
until we smoked weed that one
I
episode.
lied. I did weed one time.
It was just this one instance.
You fucking asshole.
So you knew what was
I
going to
can't
happen to
believe
us.
you.
The whole time you knew what we were going to go
Not
through.
if you
were
get
on weed
I'm pretty
before?
sure you've drunkenly smoked weed with me on another occasion, but